Very good morning, Suprabhat, Suswagatam, and a very warm welcome to all of you, in real sense a warm welcome. It's my great pleasure here to give a very special welcome to Mr. Gino Herman, who is come all the way from Hague and has been here for the last 4 days and has conducted a very specialized training, trained the trainers actually, or rather master trainer. So, Mr. Gino, a very special welcome to you. We have with us Dr. Devashish Datta, who is the group coordinator R&D of MeitY, and he actually, as a group coordinator, has several portfolios with him in the MeitY, including IPR, and has been extremely busy. But despite that, he has come to deliver the keynote address here. So I extend a very heartfelt welcome to him on behalf of all of us here. Welcome, Mr. Datta. We have Yashwant Dev, head of PFC, Yashwant Dev Panwar, and who has been very active, as all of you know, in the field of, again, patenting especially. And actually, it is the TIFAC which has been a host of this conference here today. And I also am delighted to give him a very warm welcome. Mr. Yashwant, we welcome you. We have Dr. A.K. Garg, a backbone of all these events, and who actually conceived the event, and who has been steering IPR initiatives with a lot of vigor and enthusiasm for last almost more than a decade. So it's my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Gargji to this event today. And friends, finally I welcome all of you, because without you, nothing can happen. So all the entire audience here, it's a great pleasure to welcome you all, especially on the eve of Navratri. Okay? Tomorrow there is a Navratri in India. There is a Navratri which takes place, and this Navratri means basically we will be worshipping the 9 forms of the goddesses Durga, and one of the form is the knowledge. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. So on the eve of this Navratri, we have gathered here, and it's a great, I would say, in a real sense, preparing us, all of us, to start the new beginning in the form of whatever we will learn today, or we will enhance our knowledge today through the expert speakers who will be taking various sessions today. So it's in a real sense a welcome. All of us actually are welcoming a new beginning which will start tomorrow, and we are preparing it for today. So once again, it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deshpande, for throwing light on the program day ahead, and also giving a very warm welcome to everybody. I would now like to request Mr. Gino Herman, Director, Directorate, European Patent Office, to give his inaugural address. Mr. Gino Herman, Director, Directorate, EPO, did his BE in Mechanical, Electrotechnical Engineering with specialization in electronics. In 1986, he joined the European Patent Office as examiner in computer-related fields, namely, and in 2004 he became director at the EPO and is heading a directorate responsible for ICT applications. For the past 12 years, Gino has been active in many working groups, a key area being the redrafting of the EPC guidelines. So I welcome you, sir, please.
of all, let me thank Computer for his kind opening up to the EPO to assist, to be of assistance here. I think we had a very good cooperation these last 3 days, and I hope that this is the, how do you say, the cherry on the cake of the whole event. So thank you very much for your hospitality. I also would like to thank Dr. Garg, because you have arranged a lot to make this possible together with your teams, and the same for C-DAC. In the background, Mr. Deshpande has been there to help set up this whole procedure. And of course, I cannot forget Mr. Banwar, with whom together we have been judging some of the speakers to decide who would be master trainers, and the results of that you will see today. Why are we doing this thing? Why is someone from Europe flying over to India to help you? Is it helping? No, it's not helping. It's assisting you in trying to explain to you how Europe is analyzing patents, how you can get protection in Europe for what we call computer implemented inventions, you call computer related inventions. And that's why I am here. That's why I have been working together with the Indian colleagues to bring over the knowledge to the trainers who can now pick this up and continue this further dissemination of knowledge over the whole country and over different institutes. So the EPO, I don't know if you know the European Patent Office, but this is an intergovernmental organization in Europe. We grant patents for up to 38 countries. I'll give you some more explanation during my first opening address. And so we are not part of the European Union. That's the most important thing. We're fully self-financing. So we have no links with them. We have more member states, and we are specializing only in patents. We don't have any other forms of IP. Those are other organizations in Europe. But we're only dealing with patents, and we try to do that as good as we can. And one of the results is that we are systematically recognized as having the best quality in the world by applicants, by journalists. IIM is one of those journals that systematically gives it up, and it's one of the feedbacks that we receive as well from our applicants. There is work still in progress. I will try to show you that this afternoon during my address, where we are heading. But first of all, this morning, I would more touch on the computer implemented inventions type of applications. And I hope you have a very interesting morning with us, with me, with my co-speakers, and with the other people here. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Gino Herman, for setting the tone of the seminar. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gino Herman is going to be here for the whole day. And I request everybody that you stay the whole day and take benefit from Mr. Gino Herman. I now request Mr. Devashish Datta to deliver the keynote address. Mr. Datta is currently the group coordinator for R&D in electronics and R&D information technology groups of MeitY, Government of India. As an Indian Engineering Services Officer, Dr. Datta had joined the then Department of Electronics in 1984. And Dr. Datta is also the Program Director for Special Manpower Development Program in BLSI Design and related software. And some of Dr. Datta's research areas, among others, include low power analog circuit design, biomedical electronics, and neural networks. I will welcome you, sir, to please give the keynote address.
At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me and giving me a chance to be with all budding patent examiners in IPR search executives, so to say. Shri Deshpande, Ajay, colleague from my department, Yashwant from TIFAC, Professor Gino Herman, Director EPO, and Professor S.K. Jain. Actually, IP has not taken a very firm root in India, though we have been trying this endeavor for last 7 to 8 years. I mean, as a country, you will see that if you go by our old traditions, it was a kind of again, Vidya used to be given to people without any kind of a expectation. But in today's world, while it is very important to acquire knowledge, but for the economic benefit of a country, the knowledge needs to be protected and then subsequently monetized for the economic benefits of the country as well as its citizen. So it is with this endeavor, department particularly in the area of ICT has been trying to see how we can create awareness, we can create facilitate and also give certain incentives to say SMSE and startups, MSMEs and startups to protect their endeavor. Now, if you see in the area of ICTE and also related in the pharmaceuticals, the patents are predominant compared to the other stream. So it becomes more important to have a kind of a background of this area. I will not say that you need to be an expert in the IT or electronics to examine a patent or to do a search, but a general reading of the background, how companies are progressing, how companies are protecting would help all of the aspiring examiners. Now, actually, I am reminded of an event, when things happen very rapidly. Now, today, if you see the patent filing in the area of ICTE must have doubled in last 2-3 years. Now, it was in the when Einstein was actually teaching in the Princeton University, the same phase physics was passing through. Every day something new was being coming and it was being told to the students. So what he did was, for 3 consecutive years, he gave the same question paper to the students. Now his colleagues started wondering what is happening. I mean, the students will answer. He said, though the questions are same, but the way of answering them and the answers are different. So this is in the area of innovation also. What happens is, the fundamental basis on which things stands are okay, but the way it is being implemented, the way are different. That gives the benefit to people. Secondly, if you see what is the most vital part is, it is not that we have to create something ab initio. There are existing many things that are patented, that are protected in various forms like patent, copyright, then layout, semiconductor design, layout protections, all these forms are there. But how can we see that in a given proposal which is not protected and what we need to attack? Because in many of the patent examinations which Ajay has brought to my notice, and when IPR search is being done by C-DAC, is that in a single proposal there could be 4 or 5 things which could be protected, but they are all given as a composite, and only one is being examined and being protected. So it is the IPR search could also help the researchers or the industry who has come for you to search to say that, would you like to see it as a composite, or there are multiple patents or protections which are possible in this work can be done. So this is a kind of a thing that also you need to look into. And today the patent search and patent information for informed business decisions. Now I would like to say that 2 things that comes in form of patents, protections, prior art searches. in the area of business domain, it is very vital that when people go into business, they go in form of a, if you see currently in our phase, we are passing through electronics, manufacturing, we are giving an impetus to manufacturing. Now, unless and until the IP of a product is held with a company, whatever we do, the value addition in this product will not exceed 30 to 40%. So if you can own the intellectual property, that company will definitely have the value additions of the order of 60% or higher. So when you see that in the years to come, this is the area which will give maximum benefit to the owner of the IP. So that is the reason, though there is sufficient knowledge creation in this country, but there are not sufficient patent being held in our country. Though patents have been created by Indians, but they have been filed abroad by the multinational companies, and the accruals of the patent are going abroad. So it becomes more important for us to see how we can help the country to search, to do a prior search, help the researchers and the startups to protect their knowledge creation. And with this, I think I will come to a closure of my talk, and thank you for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Datta, for explaining the importance of patenting in the area of ICT. I would now request Shri Yashwant Pawar, Head Patent Facilitating Center, to give his special address. Mr. Yashwant, MTech in Future Studies, has 20 years experience in the area of management of IPR and related matters, and is also pursuing research in IPR related to standards and patents from Indian Institute of Technology, New Delhi. I welcome you, Mr. Yashwant.
Thank you, Sangeeta, for a nice introduction. Respected Dr. Devashish Datta, Dr. Gino Herman, Deshpandeji, Dr. Greg, Professor S.K. Jain, who is a mentor of mine in the area of intellectual property rights, and dear participants. I think this is a special address, and I think if you remember 1996 World Cup, they said nothing official about it, so I will say nothing special about it. Actually, I'm a replacement to Professor Prabhat Ranjan. He could not be here in this particular function, the man of ICT, but he had to be in Hyderabad for the release of one of our technology roadmap in health sector yesterday, and he is not able to reach. So I perform my duty to talk to you on this subject, and as Dr. Deshpandeji said, a warm welcome to all of you, and I can say welcome to you, and warmthness is provided by some mishap in the AC plant at the backside. So warm welcome to you all to this particular workshop. Before I move to IP, I would like to introduce something about recent work of TIFAC. As an organization called Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, a long tongue-twisting name, we do foresight exercise, and the technology foresight specifically. And at the moment, we have come up with the Technology Vision 2035. Technology Vision 2035, this was released by Honorable Prime Minister in Science Congress in Mysuru, and this vision identified 12 prerogatives which we need to map, few collective and few individual, and this is citizen centric. So our earlier vision 2020 was actually India as a developed nation by 2020, and now what in this vision we say we have to improve quality of life, and these 12 prerogatives need to be achieved. So they will not talk about poverty and will not talk about other issue. But very important aspect in this vision is we have devised technologies in 4 stages. And what last 2 stages would be important for this event. We say technology from lab to people, and then technologies are imagination. So that's where IP is going to play a very important role. So taking IP from technology to people through IP licensing, IP trading, so that is very important. And technology in imagination, so we have some wild ideas around which we need to develop technology, and we need to protect that by intellectual property rights and really exploit them. So that is a targeted research we need to pursue. Doing this, following up of this technology vision 2035, we are coming with 12 roadmaps, technology roadmap, and one is ICT. One of the roadmap is with regard to ICT, and it was released on September 17 in Bangalore. So I can read. So if we say ICT, so I would define ICT as say IC, technology evolution through information and communication technology. You take any area of technological development, it doesn't happen without ICT. See, if you say I'm working in chemicals, so all new chemicals actually simulated through computers, and then really practicals happens in the laboratory. If you say biotechnology, it's heavily dependent on bioinformatics and information technology. So you name the area of technology, and that depends on information and communication technologies and the computer related innovations. So I would say I see technology evaluation through ICT, or if you all join me, then we say WCT through ICT. So we see technology evaluation through information technology. So that's how I see. But a lot of issue, we see it, but when we try to use it, there are different issues. Intellectual property rights issues because of different laws in different countries, different system, different practices of actually exploiting intellectual property rights in different countries. I think if with the great support of European Patent Office and then patent offices from other countries and patent facilitation system in other countries, US and all, if we come together and make such a system where we can play a global game with same rules in all part of the globe, and if we reach that level, then I think we can really go to the next level of development in synchronous with global development. So that is desired, and then very special stream where Professor Jain is guiding me on standard essential patents, and then see, now everything we need to have some kind of standards. I think we have a panel discussion in the evening, so we will discuss that issue in detail. And very important, why this patent search? Patent search, see, it's well said in literature that 80% of technical information which get published in patent documents, and now it's about 75 to 76% of technical information get published in a patent document, never get published in any other technical journal or something. If we are not looking at that information, we are missing the huge technical knowledge of which is having great commercial importance. And then ICT related search is actually very typical in nature, and a lot of skills are required, and I think we have Professor Gino with us to share those skills with us. How do we do patent search, especially in the area of ICT. So thank you very much for providing that assistance and training to take this task forward and understand the European patent system with regard to ICT. Indian patent system, I think we can share with you how do we proceed in this regard. And we had blessings of Dr. Devasys Datta. With those blessings, I think we will be able to conduct this workshop, and end of the workshop we will take home many lessons, and we pledge that we will practice those lessons and take advantage out of that. And as Deshpandeji said, Dr. Garg has conceived this particular program, and finally this program has taken birth here in this hospital called Vishwakarma Bhavan. So hopefully we enjoy the birth of this program, which was conceived by Dr. Garg, and then we'll enjoy whole day. With this short remarks, I conclude this, and thank you very much for giving me patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pawar, for linking different areas with ICT and also explaining the importance of patent search and other important issues. I now request Dr. A.K. Garg to give us insight into the whole program. Just to give a short introduction, Dr. Garg is the backbone of the program, bilateral program between India and European Patent Office. And he is also involved into all the major initiatives being taken by the Government of India under the Digital India program and also all the major programs which are being initiated by the Prime Minister. So I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Sangeeta, for being too generous. And Dr. Datta, Dr. Herman, Mr. Parma, Deshpande ji, and all dear friends. It's a pleasure that I see you in such a great number. And my job is to give you an insight why we are doing this. As Dr. Datta said that we in the last 7-8 years are trying to evolve into a system where we can actually look at that how do we convert our intellectual property, intellectual inputs into intellectual properties. We are part of world systems. We need to be actually in gel with them. So when the world is moving towards ICT and the global systems have started granting patents for software-related inventions or computer-related inventions. So India also came up with a law which you will hear from the experts later in the day, with systems where we also started looking at computer-related inventions as subject matters of patentability. That was in the year 2002. Now the jurisdictions with regard to this are very different across the globe. But there is one jurisdiction which is very close to us, and that happens to be EPO, where how the computer related inventions are dealt with are very near to how we deal it in our patent system. So as capacity is the key to take advantage of IPR system, so we thought that let's partner with them and increase capacity in the area of computer related inventions in India also. Whereas TIFEC and organizations like C-DAC have been spearheading capacity building in IPR systems, we thought that as government we should complement them, help them to move forward at a faster pace in creating quality capacity building in this country. And we signed a work plan with them in 2013, which was subsequently renewed in 2015. This workshop is part of that activity. This is one of those activities where we actually are trying to create a system where we are trying to actually take, now we are maturing and take their expertise, convert them into experts that are own. We do not have to travel, every 3 months or 2 months to come over to India and create capacity. We have created a set of 5 to 6 master trainers in the period of last 3 years who will be part of this workshop. And this workshop is specific to how patent information can be used to increase innovation capacity in ICT domain. We will not be talking anything besides this. This is a specific specialized training program for the whole day, and it is designed in a way where Zeno handholds our 5 master trainers and they take you through the journey through the day and ends up with that. So this is the whole concept of this workshop today. We have tried to conceptualize it. I think if it comes good at the end of the day, we'll need your feedback. We need your feedback, not only that whether it was good or bad, we need your feedback how we can improve it. And because this is not an exercise which is just a one-off workshop, we want to create such capacities in many more numbers throughout the country, so that the dreams that we are living through many big programs being launched, whether it's a Digital India program, Make in India, Startup India, or the National IPR policy, can be realized and some fruitful results come on the ground. So this is the whole purpose of this Sasha. I hope that you will have a good deliberations throughout the day. Do interact with the experts and make it an interactive section, because those experts are not much better, but many of them in the front row I'm seeing are better experts than most of us sitting up on the podium. So please help them to live with this journey and to have many such journeys in next few months or years. Thank you very much. And I'll thank Yashwant to give us a chance to actually interact with the 30, you said 30, no? 30 women IPR scientists or patent scientists through the Kiran scheme, who will be here throughout the day. And so this workshop is doing two basic objectives: women empowerment and IPR empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Garg, for relating different subject areas and also explaining the genesis of this program. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the time to felicitate or honor our distinguished guest. So we'll just present the mementos to our distinguished guest. I request Dr. Debashish Dattaji to please present the memento to Mr. Gino Harman. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand of applause. Now I request Shri Deshpande ji to present the memento to Dr. A.K. Garg. Again I request Mr. Deshpande to please present the memento to Dr. A.K. Garg. Now I again request Mr. Deshpande to please present the memento to Mr. Yashwant. Now I request Mr. Yashwant to please present the memento to Mr. Deshpande. So ladies and gentlemen, we are now to the end of the inaugural ceremony. So I request Mr. Deshpande to please propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sangeeta. It's my great pleasure to express my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Gino Harman. Once again, I say he has been a great resource to us for last 4 days and is an expert in ICT search, especially patent search in ICT areas. And I'm sure he will, all of you will take the benefit of his presence here. Not online presence, but in-line presence. So I thank Gino, and I hope to see you again probably in the next year. And he has been traveling a lot, he was telling me during last decade. And despite that, you seem very cheerful. Thank you. Then I would like to thank Mr. Debashish Dattaji. The good part is that I know him for last several years, being in C-DAC and he being in DIT, and he has been our mentor, guide of C-DAC, because he looks after C-DAC also. And in his name there is a Dev, Dev is Dev actually, and in that sense he's like a god to us. And once you interact with him, you will also experience the same feeling what we have towards God. And despite his very busy schedule, he has come here to bless us through his keynote address. So sir, we take the keys provided by you. We note those keys, especially about low patenting by India, and what are the efforts he has been doing for last almost decade to convert rather the knowledge and wisdom of Indians into the ownership. The point which he brought is absolutely important, that we don't own IP as much as we own knowledge, or we possess the knowledge. Okay? So we will take that. I'm sure the audience here will note the keys provided by you. So thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank Yashwant Dev Panwar, who has been my friend also for the last almost 20 years. We had one session together for the first time in C-DAC, along with Dr. Saha, and he had come somewhere in, I remember, around in 2001. 2003, okay, Sangeeta corrected me, because Sangeeta was also part of that function. And I've been seeing his tireless efforts to, promote IP, to make the awareness programs in IP. And now that he has become, once again, joined hands with us. So thanks to him, and I hope we will continue this hand-holding together in the years to come. So thank you, Yashwant. And as his name suggests, Yashwant, so I am 100% confident that there is going to be Yash, success, for whatever we do together. My father's name is Yashwant, actually. Lastly, I would like to thank Dr. Ajay Garg, who has been also our friend, philosopher, guide, and who has been a very, very active, in all IP initiatives, especially